Hope and the Night of the Black Lion by Mary C. Findley, narrated by Maxwell. Chapter 1. A Latin Lesson, a Footrace, a Mysterious Chamber. Non ex operibus justitiae quae fecimus, nos sed secundum suam misericordiam salvos nos fecit per levacrum regenerationis, et renovationis spiritus sancti. Titus 3 v. Not by works of righteousness which we have done, but according to his mercy he saved us through washing of regeneration, and renewing by the Holy Spirit. Titus chapter 3 verse 5. Sum est, I intoned. Summus estis sunt. My uncle, Baron John Cloyes of Colchester in Essex, nodded encouragement, his soft silver hair sliding loose from his brown felt stirrup hat and falling into his grey-blue eyes. Very good, my hope, he murmured, pushing the hair from his gaunt features with a long, thin hand. He towered over me, well above 6 feet in height. Even at 17, I showed no signs of carrying on the family tradition of statuesque grace. The few weeks my mother and I had passed here only confirmed my dwarfish status. My standing stool for this work table had been raised twice, and still the grammar tome sat just under my chin. Even my mother, the Lady Ada, sister to Baron John, was inches taller than me. It was no wonder that when my father, Charles Fitzhugh, Baron of Maidstone, had died a few months ago, the escheator had determined that I could not inherit his estate. Of course the fact that I was female could not have entered into his thinking. The king passed it on to a favored distant male relative of my father's. Thus we had come to live with my mother's brother. Eram eras erat. I rolled my blue eyes around the drawing-room turned schoolroom, trying to find something to think about, besides the conjugation of the irregular Latin verb to be, and the fact that this whole manor house was scaled for giants. I felt like Jack in Cormoran's kitchen, but there were no golden harps or hens laying golden eggs. Aramis, eratus, errant. The solid oak furniture was sparse, and not much ornamented. The fireplace was common gray river stone and lime. Fennel and thyme hung from the smoke-darkened beams, exactly as they had at home. I rested my gaze on the tapestries covering the walls, and saw devout Crusaders engaging evil Saracens, a colorful fair with a foot race underway, and determined hunters pursuing wild cats into a grove. I hastily closed my eyes, drawing a deep breath that probably swelled my small frame. I twined my short square fingers into the black braids beneath my white coif, and pulled hard to restore my concentration. Ero eris erit aramis eritus erunt. It burst out of me, something like an overladen cart outstripping its oxen down a steep hill, but it was over. Well done, Hope, laughed my uncle, patting my shoulder.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?